So we discussed about IP addressing. Now let's talk about the physical addressing, which is the MAC addressing. So friends, when it comes to computer address, there are two types of addresses that exist. Number one is the logical address, and second one is the physical address. So logical address is nothing but the IP address. Physical address is the MAC address, which is nothing but media access control address. So logical address is called logical because it depends on the logic that you are applying, and your IP may change according to that. So logic on the DHCP server in the office environment is different than the logic of the IP addressing scheme on your home router, right? So your computer will still be connected to internet in both these locations, but the IP address assigned by the router or the DHCP server at both these locations is different. So it is dependent on the logic that the network administrator has configured the router with. But when it comes to MAC address, it is physical address because this address is associated with the network card, the LAN card, or the wireless LAN card on your computer. So let's dive deeper and understand the data link layer. So friends, data link layer is divided into two sublayers. One is the LLC, also known as logical link control. It talks about the WAN protocols like PPP, HDLC, and frame relay. And MAC is media access control. It talks about the physical address. It is a 48-bit address, that is 12-digit hexadecimal number. So it is also responsible for error detection. And devices working at the data link layer are switches, bridges, and network adapters, that is network interface cards. So consider the environment like this. So along with the IP address, these computers will also have a MAC address associated with them. And while they are connecting to each other on the local area network, they need not to send the traffic to the router. So that's where communication will continue to happen using the local addresses, the local IP addresses again, but to identify the actual computer on the network with the help of switch is done by the MAC address. So friends, switch is the device which works at layer 2 and routers work at layer 3. So switches cannot understand an IP address while the router understands the IP address. But when it comes to MAC address, router also understands the MAC address and IP address, but switch will not understand an IP address. So here, error detection is the function of the data link layer. So consider two computers with an IP address and MAC address is there associated with them. So I'm sending a message here. Earlier to the data link layer, the data was at the network layer. Now data at the network layer was in the form of a packet. So that packet will now be converted to a frame. So source MAC address and destination MAC address is now attached at this layer. A cyclic redundancy check will be done on the data. There will be a checksum value. Consider 33333, and now it is sent across to the destination computer. Consider an example as like you are sending a package to one of your friends, and you told him that I have sent you a package of 5 kg with 5 items with 1 kg each. Or you may say there are 4 items, 3 with 1 kg and 1 with 2 kg. End of it, it's going to make the weight as 5 kg only. And if you look at both these situations, in the first situation there are 5 small packages, where in the second case there are only 4 small packages. So that's how CRC works. When the data is sent, there is a value, CRC checksum value associated with the data while it is transferred, and it happens at the data link layer. Now the destination computer has received. It will do the CRC check once again and will check if the CRC value is 33333. Now here, as you can see, the CRC value has changed. It means there is a problem in receiving the data and some of the packets are lost. So error is detected. Now what happens is computer A CRC number is this, computer B received with a CRC of this value. Error is detected. For error correction, now the destination computer's data link layer is going to contact the transport layer of the sender. So most of the students struggle to understand this because transport layer comes into picture first and data link layer comes in the second stage, right? So how come error is detected at data link and the error is corrected at the transport layer? Detection should come first, right? But when you actually look at the scenario, it is the data link layer of the destination and the correction is done by the transport layer of the source. So detection is actually happening at the earlier state. So what happens is the request is sent back. Now the missing packet will be inserted. Source and destination MAC will be attached. Again, the CRC will be recalculated. Now it is 20202. Now the data will be sent. Now it will again recalculate to get the correct CRC value. It means now CRC value is matching. And then the frame will be opened and packet will be submitted to the next layer at the destination end. And that is nothing but the network layer at which data is in the form of packets. So now this is how the data is transferred. So friends, talking about the activity and attack vectors at data link layer. So data is in the form of frames and error detection and correction is done at this layer. Ethernet, Wi-Fi and bridging. These are the activities done. So Ethernet devices work at this layer. Then attack vectors, MAC address spoofing, same like IP address, a MAC address can be spoofed. ARP spoofing, that is address resolution protocol. Spoofing is possible at this layer. Then VLAN hopping is an additional attack that can be done. So coming to the data link layer, the flow of data, port application port number is attached, data is presented in the correct format, example EBC, DIC, JPEG, MPEG, whatever. Session is established, data is now segmented, source IP, destination IP is attached. Now data link header attaches its headers and the data at data link layer is in the form of frame. Now the device that works at the data link layer is nothing but a switch. So with this we come to the end of the data link layer discussion. So let's try and understand MAC address concepts using Wireshark. Thank you.